In a quiet, devoutly Protestant village in northern Germany, on the cusp of the First World War, life is governed by a rigid, patriarchal order. The year is 1913, and our narrator, the village schoolteacher, looks back on a series of strange and unsettling events that began to unravel the community's placid facade. The story begins with the local doctor, a stern and intellectual widower, enjoying his daily dressage. As he rides home, his horse suddenly trips on a nearly invisible wire strung between two trees, sending him crashing to the ground with a broken collarbone. It's no accident, it's a deliberate, malicious act that marks the first tremor of a coming storm. The village is a web of tightly controlled hierarchies. At the top is the baron, the wealthy landowner who employs most of the villagers. The spiritual authority is the pastor, a man who rules his large family with an iron fist and a doctrine of absolute purity. We see this firsthand when his two eldest children, the precociously composed Marie and her brother Martin, are punished for being late. As a reminder of their transgression, he forces them to wear white ribbons, symbols of the innocent they must reclaim. This act of public shaming sets a chilling tone for the moral landscape of the village. While the doctor recovers in a distant hospital, tragedy strikes again. The wife of a poor tenant farmer falls to her death through the rotten floorboards of the baron's sawmill. Her eldest son, Franz, is consumed by a quiet rage, convinced the baron and his callous steward are to blame. The seeds of class resentment begin to sprout. Meanwhile, the schoolteacher has a disturbing encounter with the pastor's son, Martin, who he finds balancing precariously on a high bridge wall. When confronted, Martin explains with chilling calm, "I gave God an opportunity to kill me." This is not a child's game, but a profound expression of the psychological torment brewing beneath the surface. Amidst this growing darkness, a small light appears in the form of Eva, the baron's new nanny. She is warm, kind, and immediately catches the eye of the lonely schoolteacher, offering a fragile promise of normalcy and affection in a world that feels increasingly askew. The simmering tensions of the village come to a head during the annual harvest festival. It's a rare occasion for celebration, where villagers dance and drink under the watchful eyes of the baron and the pastor. The schoolteacher and Eva share a clumsy, happy dance, a fleeting moment of pure connection. But the goodwill is short-lived. That same day, someone walks into the baron's vegetable garden and, with methodical precision, decapitates every single one of his cabbages. The act is seen as a symbolic act of defiance by a disgruntled tenant. Suspicion immediately falls on Franz Felder, the farmer's angry son, who is soon arrested after boasting of the deed. But this is only a prelude to a far more sinister crime. That night, the baron's young son, Sigi, goes missing. A search party is organized, and hours later, they find him in the old sawmill, the very place the farmer's wife died. He has been tied up, hung upside down, and brutally beaten with a cane. The village is gripped by fear. This isn't just revenge against property, it is a calculated, cruel assault on a child. In a furious address at the Sunday service, the baron declares that the culprits are hiding among them, poisoning their community. He reveals that the doctor's fall was also intentional, connecting the events into a pattern of terror and sowing seeds of paranoia. In the fallout, both Eva and the boy's tutor are fired as scapegoats for negligence. Distraught, Eva seeks refuge with the schoolteacher, and in a single night of shared vulnerability, their bond deepens into love. The doctor eventually returns, his arm in a sling, his demeanor colder than ever. We witness his cruelty as he emotionally torments his own young son, Rudolf, for hiding from him. We also see the immense psychological pressure on the pastor's children when the pastor confronts Martin about the sin of self-touching, forcing the boy to confess and tying his hands to his bed frame each night to prevent it. The adult's world is rife with its own hidden sins. The doctor's relationship with the midwife, his housekeeper, is revealed to be a degrading and abusive affair. He berates her, calling her disgusting and worthless, yet she remains trapped by her circumstances and a desperate, unreciprocated love. As winter blankets the village in snow, the malice continues. The steward's infant son is found nearly frozen in his crib, a window left open to the icy night air. His teenage daughter, Liesel, confesses to the schoolteacher that she had a dream foretelling the event, claiming her jealous brother was responsible. Then the destitute farmer's barn is set ablaze. Having lost his wife, his son to jail, and now his livelihood, the farmer hangs himself in his pigsty. This string of tragedies seems to point to a deep-seated rot within the community. The schoolteacher, finding a moment of hope, travels to propose to Eva. Her father agrees, but only on the condition that they wait an entire year, a year in which the village's darkness will only deepen. In the spring, more disturbing signs appear. The pastor's pet canary is found on his desk, brutally stabbed to death with his own letter opener. Thanks for tuning in. Stay curious, stay awesome, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more amazing content.